guys, it's Lukian, and welcome to my first video of the new year. I hope everyone had a really fun and fulfilling 2023, and that everyone is excited for 2024 as well. I had a really good 2023 personally. It was a lot of fun. I made a ton of new friends in like the second half of my senior year. I ended senior year really strong. I got into one of my top colleges. I enrolled there, and it's just been a pretty good year overall, like 4 out of 5 stars. But I decided to keep up with the tradition that I've done for the last 2 years, I think, and that is to do the New Year's book tag as my first video of the new year. And this tag was actually created by Heather from Bookables, and I decided this year to, in the beginning of the video, recap my video from last year, say like if I accomplished the things, or like just react to the answers I gave to the questions, and then also give new answers for 2024. So the first question is, how many books are you planning to read in the new year? So for 2024, I plan on reading 100 books. I always set it to 100 books, and I have accomplished it every year since 2018. So this would be the 7th year that I would read 100 books. And last year I gave this answer as well, 100 books, and I accomplished that, and I actually read 110 books in 2023, which I'm really proud of. I'm going to talk a little bit more about like my reading year as a whole in my year in review, which is coming up in a few videos. And I am pretty proud of that because, as I said, it was a pretty like hectic, busy year. Like I was finishing senior year, hearing back from colleges, starting college, a lot of stuff happening. So I'm definitely excited and like proud of the fact that I was able to read so much this year, even with those like huge life changes. So yeah, I plan on reading 100 books next year as well, and I definitely think I'll be able to do it since I'm going to have a much longer summer because I come back from college on May 1st, and I don't go back until the end of August. So definitely think I'll be able to accomplish it. Next is name 5 books that you didn't get to this year but want to make a priority next year. So last year I gave 5 answers. I'm going to tell you if I read all of the books and how I felt about them. So one answer I gave was 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson, which I did read and is going to be on my favorite books of the year list. Legendborn was another one which I listed last year, and I did read that as well. It was my first book of the year, actually. The other one was Valedictorians at the Gate, which I did read in December, actually, so I was able to cinch that one. Another one was Cursed by Marissa Meyer, which I also read in January. And the last one was The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, which I still have not read. So 4 out of 5 for that, I guess. And then my answer for this year, I actually have 6 answers, just because I was having trouble narrowing it down. But definitely one would be A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross. This is the sequel to A River Enchanted and the finale to this Elements of Cadence duology. I really enjoyed A River Enchanted. I'm excited to see how this book continues and finishes up that story. Another one is Beasts of Ruin by Ayana Gray, which is the sequel to Beasts of Prey, which is one of my favorite books of 2023. Super excited to dive into this one. Another one is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This has been on my radar for a little while, and then I've just seen recently a ton of people read it and rate it very highly. Through the White Wood by Jessica Leek is one that I wanted to get to in December, but I'm going to try. I didn't end up getting to it, but I'm going to try my best to get to it this January. Another is Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion. This is the sequel to Legendborn, and I believe it comes out in paperback this year, so I'm definitely going to purchase that and try to read it. And then my last answer is The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. This is the 4th book in the Bone Season series. I actually plan on rereading the first book of that series because the 10th anniversary revised edition just came out, and then I do plan on continuing with the series and reading this 4th book. Question number 3 is, what genre do you want to read more of? Last year I answered with nonfiction and romance. I read 2 nonfiction books last year, so I don't know if that's more or less than what I read in 2022, but that's that, I guess. And this year, those are also on my, answers to this question. I definitely want to read more nonfiction, and I do think last year I read quite a bit of romance, like more than the previous year, so I definitely want to keep up with that this year. And then I realized when I was making my spreadsheet of the books that I read in 2023 that I didn't read a ton of historical fiction, like pure historical fiction that didn't have like a fantasy flair to it, so I definitely want to read more in 2024. Next is name 3 non-book related goals for the new year. Last year I said that I wanted to get into the college that I ended up going to. I accomplished that. I wanted to finish the senior year making more like new friends and like ending it strong grade-wise. I believe that I did that. And then the third was to continue writing and YouTube and all of that stuff. And I definitely slacked a little bit on YouTube in 2023, but I am planning on coming back with a vengeance in 2024. I have a whole plan of like videos that I'm going to post like through June, so look out for that. But my goals for this year, the first one is to finish up my freshman year of college and do well. I get my grades back for the first semester tomorrow, so that should be interesting. But I also do have another semester coming up for the spring, which will be from like mid-January to the end of April. I'm like nervous, excited for it. I'm like nervous about going back, of course, just because, I mean, I do love being home. And I'm definitely taking more classes next semester than I did this semester. And I'm also going to be, we don't really have TAs at Richmond, but it's like, there are TAs for languages, like the foreign languages. So I'm going to be an Italian one next semester, which I'm really excited about, but also a little bit nervous. And then I am also rushing a fraternity as well. So, some things to be excited about, some things to be nervous about, but I think it'll all work out in the end. The second answer to number 4 is to get a job for the summer. I really want to work this summer, like an internship sort of thing. I don't really want to say like what field or anything, just because I don't want to jinx anything, but I definitely want to do that, and hopefully, maybe I can get another job this semester in addition to being the TA. We'll see. I'm not sure. And then the third one is to continue writing. I do really want to try to query agents this summer. That's like my goal. And then I also, of course, want to continue on with YouTube. Number 5 is what's a book you've had forever that you still need to read. I didn't really give an answer last year, but my answer this year is definitely The Book Thief. I need to get to this book. I think it is the book that I've had on my TBR the longest, so I need to get cracking. Number 6 is the last question, and it is one word that you're hoping the new year will be. Last year I said promising, and I am happy to announce that I do think that that is a good descriptor of 2023 for me. There were some like low parts, like especially during the college decision process, where I was like, stressed out and all of that sort of stuff, and then like, like some sad parts about like ending the year and all of that, and definitely some anxious moments starting college and everything. It's a huge life change, but I do think in the end it was a very promising year, and I'm glad that I remained hopeful and that I knew that it would be like a promising year. I don't know. It's hard. It's difficult to explain when you're not like alongside me throughout the year, and only get me in like, small chunks like throughout, but I, am really happy with like this year as a whole. It's probably like honestly the best year that I've had in like recent memory, especially compared to 2022 and 2021. Those were definitely rougher years for me, like socially, and like, I had like some friend drama going on in those years, so it was just like a little bit more difficult for me, but 2023 I think it was a really solid year. And even though there were, as I said, those stressful moments and those like unpredictable moments and those times when I like didn't know what was going to happen, like it all worked out in the end, and I am very lucky to be able to say that. And my answer for this year, one word I'm hoping 2024 will be, is uncharted. And I thought about this for a little while this morning when I was preparing to film this video, and I think that that is a good word to encapsulate like my feelings about looking forward to 2024. I want to do things that like put me out of my comfort zone and like, you know, to go through uncharted territory, or whatever the phrase is, because it's just like something that I always want to do. I always want to try new things. I'm doing a lot of things in this new year that I, you know, might have been scared to do. Like, I mean, being a TA, like, that's a totally new experience. I'm really excited about it, though. Rushing a fraternity, that's definitely, like, something I might not have expected to do, like, a year ago, when I was filming this video, you know, at the beginning of January in 2023. And, like, just a ton of stuff. So, like, Uncharted has a ton of different meanings. You know, it'll be my first... I will experience finishing my first year of college. I will experience my first, like, summer between, like, years of college. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good word. It might not make sense to, like, all of you, but it makes a lot of sense for me. So, yeah, I'm definitely really excited about what 2024 will bring, and I hope you all are as well. There is technically a 7th question, which is just to tag a friend, but I wish everyone would make this video because I think it's a really great way to reflect on the past year and also look forward to the next 12 months. So definitely a fun video to film, and I'm excited to keep doing it every single year. It's just like a nice time capsule to have. So, like, I can look back at the one that I made for 2022 and 2023 and now this, and it's just a really interesting way to, like, see yourself. I don't know. If you don't do YouTube, it might be, like, a difficult thing to understand or compartmentalize, but I don't know. I'm excited to have these videos on my channel. But that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. All my social media links are in the description box below, and I will see you soon for a new video. Bye!